You fill up
Sorry,
the glasses.
no, I was realising I was giving it too much head. Sorry, is that rude?
Did you just say that?
I did.
I can't remember
Keep
what
that in.
giving.
He's always
I
telling
can't
me.
remember what giving head is. Is it a job?
It's a blowjob.
Is it?
It's a blowjob.
Yes, it is. So I have to ask them, so I make sure that I'm politically correct because I get it all wrong.
Of course. Cheers.
Hi, darlings. It's Fizzy Rosé season, and we're well and truly on the road to rosé. But before we pop the cork, a little reminder from your favourite Fizz fanatics. If you're drinking along with us, please do it responsibly. Know your limits, stay hydrated, and remember, it's all about enjoying the sparkle, not overdoing it. Whether you're sipping champagne, Prosecco, or a lovely alcohol-free fizz, we're just delighted you're here. Now, pour yourself something fabulous and let's spill the fizz. Diane, I've got a new intro for us. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
No, I did. I wrote it
Go
on the
ahead.
train. I'm dead happy with it. Hold on. Welcome back to Spill the Fizz Road to Rosé, the comedy wine podcast with notes of friendship, chaos, and as per series 3, perhaps subtle hints of delusion. I'm Ben Pulsford.
And I'm Diane Carson.
Do you like that?
I thought that was fantastic.
Thank you, darling. We're going to keep that for the series. This week, darlings, we are joined by British comedy legend, wine connoisseur, and all-round absolutely fabulous Queen of Queens. It's Helen Lederer.
Well, I am
Yay.
thrilled to be with the lovely pink and the denim and the pink. I can't wait.
Helen, I love that we haven't even started and you've already got a wine in your hand.
Well, I asked for that. I wouldn't have come if I didn't have a first free
it was
one
part
Yeah,
of the contract,
absolutely.
actually.
to get me in.
Yeah, you should.
Helen, how are you? How is 2026 treating you?
Well, it was very busy last year because I was doing Fawlty Towers and promoting my book, which perhaps to talk about. Not that I'm bitter. That's an ironic title. Not that I'm bitter because I am
It's-
bitter. I am bitter.
That's fine. You're in a welcome space.
Thank
here.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's just us, isn't it?
Yeah,
Nobody's
just
listening.
friends, yeah.
Now I'm doing very exciting, strange things like writing a spy film, just doing very unusual things.
Oh my God.
So it's very, very special to meet her in the flesh.
I know.
Very
Oh,
glamorous.
she is, isn't she?
And
Yeah.
have my freebie and then hear about your news.
Oh,
Yay.
darling. I've got, look, I'm going to get it out the way now.
Do it.
As a gay man, it's an honour to talk to you because I am from the ab-fab generation, grew up with you, think you're an icon. It's an honour to speak to you, my darling.
You're holding yourself well. You're not overcome. You haven't fallen off your chair. Everyone is
I'm
calm
going
and
to need a
calm.
break in about 5 minutes, though, just to compose myself.
I respect your restraint, given that awe that
Yeah,
you've shared
yeah,
with me.
yeah, thank you.
So often I meet people and they always say their mothers, like, "Oh, my mum loves
Oh,
you."
yeah, no.
But that's fine. I mean, I love all comers. Anyone who loves me, I love.
Well, no, I adore you.
Yeah,
Yeah, glorious. I think we're going to have I adore you as well,
Diane,
Diane.
do you like me at all?
Yeah.
Do you like me a
Oh
bit?
no, I love you, and
Okay, fine.
also I loved Young Ones. So
Oh.
there you go. I absolutely
Yes,
loved Young Ones.
that was a
Yeah.
great era
Mhm.
and very exciting. And being an alternative comedian at
Yeah.
the time was, I'm still quite alternative. Not as old as Joan Collins, but I'm in my senior years, giving it some.
But I also think absolute credit to you
Yeah.
because it was difficult a couple of years ago
Yes.
for females to
It wasn't
make
normal, was
No,
it? And
no,
I think
so
even
you
that-
should be very proud of yourself.
There, I'll try and be proud. I was brought up not to boast, which is a slight problem, quite a strict upbringing. And we had to write thank you letters. Did you write thank you letters?
I did, yeah. I
Yes.
remember
Yeah, so
doing
that's
I
nice.
have,
I mean,
yeah.
manners are good.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
yeah.
it's difficult to boast. But the reason I wrote Not That I'm Bitter, because I thought, if I don't say this, and I was doing it, and I like to talk about being the underdog, that thrills me. So obviously the queens of comedy, French and Saunders, are there.
Mm.
And I'll never be the queen of comedy, but I was there. And I think that's encouraging for anyone in any walk of
Yeah,
life
of
to go,
course
it
it
really
is.
doesn't matter if you
Yeah.
don't get what you think you want,
Yeah.
because just being on the journey, being
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a parable. I'm becoming a bit like Jesus in the way.
No, but I
I'm
think that's
celebrating-
fantastic.
And I love that you're on our journey.
I'm-
You're our
oh,
first.
tell me about your journey.
We started Spill the Fizz. I used to be a drag queen once upon a time.
Yes.
And a journalist. I met Diane. This is the really speedy version. Met Diane We had a lovely interview.
I'm just having to drink.
No,
just
you
to-
drink.
oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
drink.
We had a lovely interview, stayed friends, and I said, "Do you want to start a podcast together? It'd be really fun." You're obviously really known for the fizzy rosé, and I thought, should we just drink wine and get on a podcast together?
Right.
So we did remotely because Diane lives up north. I'm in London. And then here we are now, season 3 of Spill the Fizz, and we have a studio.
It's amazing.
And it's gorgeous.
And also, you have a bottle.
Well, we are going to open that. I'm
going to,
transitioning
yeah.
into that.
Good.
Yeah.
But I will say you're our first in-person guest.
Okay.
So it's fabulous.
So we've got a bit of awe,
Yeah.
but we're restrained.
Yeah.
We've got the free first
We've got a lot
glass.
more
Yeah.
wine, to be
And,
honest. And a
Yeah.
good fridge, I
and,
would say.
and I feel so flattered because, I did a weird thing about wine
Mm.
that many years ago, the Express magazine asked me to be their wine columnist.
Oh.
And I said to them, why me? And they said, but they wanted a familiar face who looked like she enjoyed a glass. So I thought, okay, that's me. So
Goals.
then, so after I then had to do a column and like every week, but I thought, I better go on a course just so that I know. So I kind of,
Yeah.
I then got sacked, obviously, because people get sacked. I did it for 6 months. So there's a lot of free
Yes.
wine in my
That's good,
house.
yeah.
And then I did an exam with multiple choice questions, which is quite hard. You being in the teaching trade,
Yeah.
it's almost harder, like the trick questions. But anyway, I passed. So I've got a qualification in wine.
So to be honest, part of series 3, Helen, is we are going to try and launch a wine for Diane because we think it's ridiculous
Well,
that
it's
she doesn't
our
have it.
wine.
Well, yeah, but you're the face, darling.
I love the
we
dynamic
think it's-
between you two.
I'm
I'm
gonna-
loving the
I'm gonna have a
vibe.
little
It's very
notepad behind the
sharing and
scenes. Yeah,
loving.
lovely.
Yes, good.
But we're going to try and launch our own celebrity wine because it seems like everyone has a celebrity wine.
When you say celebrity wine, okay, obviously because Diane is a celebrity.
Yeah.
No
No,
disrespect
I'm not. No,
to you. And so it's going to be a celebrity wine.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing. You're going to create
Well,
it.
I'm helping her with it, like, because we're partners in everything. We're on it.
And the
Wow.
word
together.
celebrity is loose to be
Yeah.
fair,
Well, celebrities are loose.
Well,
Yeah.
yes. Well, look,
They
I
are so loose.
I guess the focus is really we want to launch a wine, but of course
Okay.
we're looking into celebrity wines to see why celebs do it, why they put their names to
Yep.
it, all of this kind of stuff. So you're actually a great person to talk to about this.
It's all working out
No,
really
I'm
well
just
so
saying,
far.
It's brilliant so far. But Diane, we need a drink. Helen's got a drink.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I need another drink, mate.
So would this be your go-to drink then?
I like fizzy wine. I think it's a very sociable drink, and I think just the sound of the pot
It's coming.
and well, it's quite
That was
small.
quite subdued,
Let's
really,
not,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
it's subdued. That's a good word, but it's fine because it's still got liquid in there, probably.
Taste, innit?
I just think the celebratory nature of fizzy wine and the bubbles, and also you may know this, but when you're on an aeroplane, if you have a gin and tonic, again with the fizz, you get double pissed quicker, which for me is
Really?
adorable.
Which one do you
'Cause
have
I-
first then? Gin and...
Well, if you have a fizzy alcoholic drink,
Yeah.
something about the oxygen and being in the air, don't ask me
Yeah,
anymore
yeah,
because
yeah.
I had to drop physics
God, I
at a
never
very
knew
early
that.
age. Yes. And that's why I suppose you get this rampant behavior on airplanes, but occasionally
I will say drink responsibly, everyone.
Yes,
Yes, I
always,
have, well.
always. But I've been to France and the Champagne region, and there's just something sexy and exciting about bubbles, isn't there? So you love it, don't
are
you?
talking my
Yeah,
language.
it's an associative
Yes,
thing.
exactly.
But also it's a physical thing, and I think with the hot weather and sometimes the stress that comes and goes, I'm in a particularly stressful phase of my life at the moment, and I look forward to that moment where you go, okay, as you say, we've got
Yeah,
our
cheers.
glasses.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers to both of
Ben.
you, and I'm intrigued about your celebrity wine.
Well, we're getting onto a lot of that because we're going to pitch you
Yeah.
our idea later on. But
can't
first of
wait.
all, we're going to start a new segment, Diane, called Wine of the Week. This is our wine of the week. What notes are we getting? How expensive do we think it is? Do we think it's a celebrity wine? So throughout, just keep that in mind.
And I'm
okay?
going to ask you a question. When you say, do we think it's a celebrity wine?
Yeah.
By definition, is a celebrity wine superior in its quality, or is
No,
it,
not
or is it
necessarily.
lesser? But it's
After.
just got a
No.
name.
We tried Gary Barlow's last week and we did not
You
like
won't-
it.
What does Gary have to say
Well,
about that?
he doesn't know yet, but he
Oh,
will
he's going to
soon.
be shocked to the core.
I'm very upset about it because I like Gary, but
So, in the sense that what you almost gagged, or
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
But we did a blind tasting, right? So we didn't know.
Last week.
Like we had about 6 wines we were
Interesting.
tasting, and we just didn't know. I mean, it was a
Was it
fun
white?
week.
Was it
No,
white?
it was a rosé,
Yeah.
like a normal rosé.
Yeah.
But we were quite surprised.
We,
Okay,
but
interesting.
coincidentally, have similar tastes in wine.
Yeah.
So we tend to like the
Yeah.
same wines.
Okay, that's why you need a third party.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
on the
just-
nose,
Yeah, what are you getting from this
because
one?
I haven't sipped it yet, but because
God, I
when I
have.
was the wine columnist for the Express
Yeah.
before he got
Yeah.
sacked, I'd go to these tastings, like official tastings, and you're not supposed to wear perfume. I mean, it's really strict. Like, and then obviously you have to spit it out. Such a waste. But so okay, so just on the nose to
Yeah.
start with. I mean, I know that sounds weird, but I almost got rose petals.
No, we're learning that you can get any. I told you that girl,
yeah.
girl
There's
I was
just-
Well,
trained
you had
up said
banana last week.
tobacco.
What did
She
you-
said.
oh yes, you can
So
get that
you
in
can
red
get
wine.
anything.
But
So you're
the
getting rose petals.
Oh,
Are
I
you
can
not-
I
you
can
can-
because you've
There's
said.
so- yeah, I
My
can.
sense of smell isn't
and
great though.
do you remember those Palmer violets?
Oh,
when you were
yes.
in that little
Yeah.
packet.
Yeah, purple.
Oh,
There's
now
a
you've said
slight,
that. Yeah.
a slight
That's very
sort of
interesting. I
piquant.
can.
Shall we sip it?
Shall we?
Shall
Well,
we
I've already
chuck
had a.
it down?
I've already had a few, but
Yeah, quite right. Okay, cheers and
Mm.
loving your work. Okay. Mm-mm. Mm-mm, mm-mm,
Oh.
mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm,
Oh,
mm.
see, I
Keep
just
it in
went
your mouth,
straight
yeah. We
down.
did. No, but we used
I'm
to
not
do
one for
that, though.
foreplay. I need to. Hold on. Yeah.
Need some lessons on that.
It depends what mood I'm in, but so with this, you want it on the tongue, don't you? It's really fizzy, so it's got a lot of bubbles, which is nice because that's your favorite, isn't it, Diane? You like your bubbles. I have to take another sip now. I'm really happy with this.
I'm happy with
It's
this.
I
not
think it's nice.
jarring.
No.
You know, sometimes when you said the one you didn't like, it's almost like, farmyard. You know, those
Yes,
are the
yeah.
difficult ones.
So can I ask you
Yeah.
if, as it's blind tasting,
Yeah.
would you know if this was Prosecco, Cremant, or Cava by tasting and looking or not?
I wouldn't. I'm not. I only did my 6 months and my one exam. So, but you're supposed to look at the size of the bubbles. I
Yes.
would say these are healthy bubbles. They're still going strong. Look at them.
Oh, yeah,
They're
they are.
fighting to get to the
Well, they're
top, a bit like
dancing.
spermatozoa coming up to the top of the glass. What do you feel? Do we
Yeah.
feel they're akin? When I say spermatozoa, I mean tadpoles. Is that yeah? Look,
Yeah.
swimming.
Yeah.
And it's really easy on the tongue. It's like, this is really, I'm really liking this. Are you?
Really easy to drink. Really
Yeah.
like
Easy
delicate.
drinking.
You know, I could drink this very fast.
So,
and that's
but
a
then
problem
I'm
for me,
wondering
but-
because I think Prosecco bubbles are slightly bigger.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay,
these,
Diane.
Are
Okay.
you saying Cremant, Diane?
I don't know. I don't know if they're fine enough to be a Cremant.
Well, what
Or maybe a
I don't know
cava.
that much about it, but say if you go, when you go to a party and you always have to take a bottle. What's interesting is some people take the recycled red bottle that somebody else has given them,
Yes.
and then nobody drinks the red, and so you've got leftover reds. But so there's a kind of recyclable thing of nobody drinks red at a party. I don't find now a Cremant. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think is a very decent gift if you want to impress someone and you
Yeah.
don't want to go the full Monty with the champagne,
Yeah.
because some champagne is like too much.
Oh,
It's
it
like
is,
yeast.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like thrush. It can
I
be.
say that, don't I? Well, not
Yeah,
the
but
thro-
you
well,
say
yeah.
you don't like it at all, but we found one that we both
I
thought was
know,
okay.
sometimes.
So you've got a champagne that you like.
It's all right.
Okay,
It's not
that's
my
interesting, isn't it?
go-to.
Because it's very
It's not my
it
go-to.
can be quite rich and on the tongue. This, I can't wait to know what it is. I'm not
Well,
just
yeah.
saying this. I'm really enjoying it.
It is lovely.
Yeah.
So what I will say is,
You don't
I'll-
think it's our favourite because we have one that we both
no, I don't think
love.
I've had this before.
The
You're going to say Freshenet again, aren't
yes, well it was,
Oh,
but it was a
you? Not the ice one, the other
no,
one.
the other one. I
It's
can't
like
remember
you're a
the name of
married
it.
couple,
I
by
know.
the way.
we-
Anyway,
there are a few problems with the relationship.
but I think I'm visualizing a bottle. Sometimes you can get excited by the bottle, which
Yes.
is like, when you have the gold crisscrossy, when you say that word, which I can't pronounce, but when you come to do your wine, you want a really kind of sexy gold, like basket weave. What about that? Or sometimes you see gold bottles, or maybe that's a little bit tacky.
No,
don't
I
know.
like
We
gold
can
bottles.
revisit. I thought you would.
Yeah,
I
bit
don't know why.
tacky me.
But we can revisit that, can't we? When you bring me in
Yeah,
as a
we will.
consultant. I'm
we're gonna-
£100 an hour.
Yeah, okay, fine. To be honest, I think
Wow.
we're going to have to speak to you every week
Yeah.
because you just know what you're talking
The look,
about. It's just gorgeous.
But, I mean, to be very honest, Ben and
Yeah.
I have a history of just going out and drinking. You know,
Yeah.
we've
Anything.
had to well, no, I actually have a friend that did wine tasting. But my go-to, I didn't like wine at all. I could drink
It's like coffee.
gin.
So young people don't like
my
coffee and they
God.
don't like wine.
I could
Yeah.
drink gin because it wouldn't give me a hangover, but I drank it with bitter lemon, so therefore I wouldn't taste the alcohol. This is how bad it was.
Interesting.
Anyway, then we'd always go out for dinner, and he introduced me to spumante. And I know that wine connoisseurs go, I loved spumante.
Which
and
you like the fizz.
So we drank spumante for a long time, and then I have
Asti spumante.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're ashamed of it,
And
Diane,
then-
aren't you?
No,
I don't
no,
like
no,
that.
no.
Take the shame out.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
I
love
loved it, but
spumante.
because my
Pint.
palate's been opened, it's like,
Yes, yeah.
Then I have an ex who
I'm just
decided
visualising
that.
your palate being open there. But anyway, let's crack
Yes,
on.
she
But
would.
I have an ex who was so snobby about wine, and I don't actually believe you should be snobby. You should like what you
No.
like, end of.
Yes.
But he thought I should be drinking red. Absolutely
Ah,
couldn't
okay.
cope with that. But then came across white Zinfandel, which is
Oh, yes. Slightly fizzy.
very, very sweet. No, really sweet. So I drank that for years and years. And then
Yes.
people would like, oh.
Mm.
And then my friend who does wine tasting basically introduced me to so many other wines that I now struggle to drink a really, really sweet wine. Can't drink white. Well, that's another story
Oh,
for later.
really? Wow.
For later.
Ooh.
But red, I've discovered, as to do an amazing Appassimento.
Okay.
Really reasonably
So you like
priced
red?
too. I like this one, and I like a Negro Amaro, but they're very light and they're very fruity, and they're like a rosé almost.
Well, I'm glad you said, so this all makes sense to come back to why you are Madame Rosé.
Yeah.
Red, I find difficult to drink in huge quantities.
Yeah.
Same.
And I find I need a glass that's full with my friends, as you were saying.
Yeah.
And so red would not do that for me, which is why white and preferably fizz,
Yeah.
although Prosecco does give you a hangover. And then all the sugar in the body, it can give you cystitis, something you don't need to know. But luckily, the cystitis hasn't taken hold of me, too much information. But there we go. It's because of the sugar content and this thrush situation and yeast. That's why a very posh champagne can be too much. It's
Yeah.
like almonds and brioche. But this is light,
Yes, it is.
fizzy,
Yeah.
like you want those bubbles, don't you? Interesting
God.
about your shame and your sophistication that you're talking about as measured
not really
through the
shame.
alcohol. Good, I'm glad you.
No,
It's
but
not
you were
really
quite. When
shame.
we had that spumante on the pod, you were a bit like.
But I think I was half teasing you as well.
No, well,
you know,
behind every
it's
joke, as
not
they say.
because I would not, because I was put down for enjoying that
Yeah.
from this guy who was a lot older and a complete snob about wine.
Yes,
and that's
they
not
do.
the way it should be.
Have you ever had Vino Verdi?
Well.
Because there's a bit of fizz there.
This is very weird, Helen, meeting you. You keep saying things that are happening to me in
No,
my
but I'm
life at
quite
the minute.
witchy.
I just
yeah.
found one recently that I like. I've got a photograph of it on my
Just found
phone.
a Vino Verdi, ladies and gentlemen.
Because I didn't like it. My son, the one that's on Traitors, he's
Yes.
been living in Portugal and that's all they drank. But his girlfriend introduced me to one in England. Didn't like it at all.
Okay.
But then I had one, I'm trying to think where.
You're happy with it?
Delicious.
You're happy with the Vino. So these are all little pointers.
Yeah.
When
We'll
you
take it on
progress
board.
your
Yeah.
passion and
Yeah.
your mission to sell, if you're selling something, you've got to love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Otherwise, or
yeah.
you have to be a very, very good actor.
Yes.
Which can work as well, I guess. But why not really love
Yeah,
what you're?
I
You've
agree.
got
Yes,
to
you've got
find
to,
the thing
Diane.
you love.
Yeah.
You've got to.
No, we
I agree.
And this is nice. I think
I
this
like
would be a
this.
kind of
I'm
guide
very
for you.
excited to see what this is, actually. But we'll do that right at the end.
But it's funny, Helen, because when we tasted every.
Top up.
Oh, I will. Though my glass is not completely empty, I shall stop.
no, we
I'm
don't.
not going to pass
It
up.
must always be at the top in this
Every
studio.
week we shared one, and actually, as I said, coincidentally,
Pass that to
our
Helen,
favorite was
Thank you.
his favorite was my favorite.
Yeah.
Coincidentally,
Yes. No, I think something good going on here. The two of you are similar.
yeah,
You're both very authentic, and bear that in mind when you promote your wine. You know, you so now we've had this discussion I know that you're not going to say anything that is disingenuous. So I'm
I
reassured.
like that. Well,
Yeah.
Helen, while you've got a full glass, in fact, we all do. I'm going to ask you a few questions,
Go.
if that's all right, because
I'm ready.
as I say, you know your stuff about wine, but you're also a
Yeah.
bit of an icon. So I just have a few questions for
I'm
you, if that's
more
all
than
right.
thrilled. Is it going to be highly personal?
No,
I'm braced.
no,
I'm braced.
no. All very classy. So you've been called a wine enthusiast and a connoisseur. And what do you think turns someone from being, a wine lover, maybe a little passionate about wine, into a connoisseur?
Well, obviously being offered the Daily Express
well, yeah,
columns is a bit of a bit of a carrot. It is actually, but it is quite interesting having that experience because you would then meet the real people. Now, Jancis Robinson, which is a very strange name, I don't know if it's Irish or what, Jancis. So it's got a C and an, like it's got an extra syllable. Anyway, Jancis,
Yeah.
just be correct because you might get it wrong. Anyway, apparently, after a party with a glass on the mantelpiece, she could go to that glass with like nothing in it and tell you the vintage, the terrain,
Magic.
where it was. Now you
Wow.
go, this is like top. These are people with noses and senses. I think you can develop. I think you're born with something, but you can develop it. And there are people that are paid loads of money to sniff. So it's a sniffing thing. If you're good at sniffing, it's really good for your market research.
Yeah.
What is both of your sniffs like?
Well,
I was-
we're not great, are we?
Mine
Oh.
was better. It's
We
not
might be
great,
calling
no.
Helen
You're
every
so
week.
modest.
It's not
Both
great.
of you going, no,
But if
we don't
but
sniff.
I did say to Ben when we started, he said, I have no idea. I'd chug it, all
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, I do.
And then
I
I
do,
said,
though.
no, the more we talk about it, actually, you will get better.
It's coming. It's coming.
I could
And-
smell the
Yeah.
berries, like it came
But
slowly.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
And on that point that you both made, what I discovered in my 6 months experience is the more you know, the less you know. But it's a positive because there is just so much. Wine is just a never-ending thing. And you get absolute obsessives. I mean, once you get inside this, and like, the people say, don't wear perfume, and I felt so ashamed that, I was wearing my Chic by Yardley or whatever going in. This is a whole industry. And I'm an amateur and an enthusiast, delighted to be with two of you. And I think your idea is genius. I'm very excited by it. I'm very excited
Wow.
and not a little jealous, but I've got my
Well,
own-
you're part of the family now.
yeah,
Helen.
I
You're
am.
in on it.
I'm getting in there.
I'm just saying.
I'm mesmerized by Diane.
No.
This is my
Everyone
and
is.
you, and then this is my second glass.
Yeah.
And now I'm feeling that moment where it's kicked in,
Good.
and I feel slightly freer. I'm going to keep my clothes on, obviously,
Slightly
but
freer.
but it
Good, I don't want any competition.
wouldn't dare. But it's that moment where you go, okay, now I'm free.
Well, now you are
Go.
free. I'm going to ask some
Love you.
fangirly questions
Okay, go on.
about AbFab. Was there much drinking on the AbFab set? Because in my mind, catering didn't exist. It was just an open bar. You're going to disappoint me, aren't you?
I'm always disappointed. I am that person to
oh,
disappoint.
no, you're not.
There was an occasion where there were real chocolates on the set, and I do remember Jennifer saying, "Please remove them because it's making Helen anxious." Because you go, oh, "There's chocolate." No, it's okay. We've got to take. There's chocolate. There's a real chocolate. It can be distracting for me to have real
enough.
food. Well, everybody. This is the thing I would say. Everybody assumes, which we are, that we're all great friends, and that because of the vibe of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
program,
yeah,
the
yeah.
jollity. And they, do you go round to each other's houses? And I go, yeah, all the time. Not when they're in, obviously.
Yeah, with a big
So-
bag of my head in a balaclava.
Exactly, trying to break in and get all your BAFTA trophies. But not that I'm bitter. Memoir, please read.
Yeah.
It's the underdog. But there was. I do remember going out for free meals, which I'm always up for.
Yes, I am.
This is
Yeah,
free. I
cheers,
hope you're not going to
darling. Yeah.
charge me.
No.
Okay.
No, it's all yours.
So-
Take the bottle home.
And free is special and lovely. So yeah, but I think obviously to remember one's lines because I'm so old now. When I was doing Fawlty Towers, it was no drinking at all. But then on matinee days, Thursdays and Saturdays, went to that pub and
Oh, gorgeous.
and it's exactly it is
Yeah,
gorgeous.
yeah.
There's something
Treat.
beautiful about the adrenaline coming down off the adrenaline and really celebrating with alcohol.
I
There's
agree
nothing
with
wrong
you.
with that.
I know.
It's
And
So
so
if you-
we
can
only
I
do
ask
this
a-
podcast drunk.
So,
don't
but-
we? Yeah.
So if I've done a run and basically, even if it's a long run, say it was an organized run when it was competitive,
Yes.
that's what I want to do. You know, people flake out. I want to go home, get dressed,
Yeah.
and go out for a meal
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
alcohol.
And because you're very
honestly.
beautifully slight, if I was your friend, I hope I will be, then I'd be a bit protective because like, ooh, a slight person, and then you've expunged all that. And then with the alcohol, it is a bit of alchemy. You've got to kind of watch it. But as I said, when the glass was there and there was a moment between the three of us, I thought, now it's kicking in.
I like this.
And that's nice.
Can I ask
is
then if
lovely.
you were like, so I know lots being a teacher, a lot of them would come home and pour a glass of wine.
Yes.
For me,
Yes.
absolutely not.
No.
For me, it's all the things you said. It's about fun. It's about
Yes.
celebrating. If I'm down or stressed, it's the last thing I go to.
Yeah.
Honestly, for
Interesting.
me, it is totally associated with fun and chat. And if
Yeah.
I'm down, that won't help me.
No.
It won't.
And you
So-
talked earlier about responsible drinking, and I mean, obviously there is the hangover, and it's not great if you've got other things to deal with, and you've increased your alcohol content. Yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And it's just to be aware of that, and to return to the joy of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm the same. The sociable,
Yeah.
and also like if you go to things and you don't know people, it's not like a prop per se. Like I'm inadequate, as if.
Yeah.
But it just speeds things up.
Yes.
It
It
fast
does.
tracks
You're right.
humanity.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
I'm sure when you meet people, they're lovely.
I
Just
know.
fast tracks.
Rose
it.
is the third in mine and Diane's relationship, really, isn't it? Would you say? I think so.
So with your chosen wine,
well, yeah, the
your
one
end
yes,
game,
yes.
is
Well-
it going to have to be a rosé?
Well, we're gonna
Okay,
in
we
a
don't
minute.
know.
We're gonna pitch you
Yeah.
each an idea.
Okay.
But what
Yeah.
I will ask before we do that is Catriona from AbFab.
Yeah.
If she had a celebrity wine, what do you think she'd call it, and what would the vibe of that wine be?
Okay, because obviously Catriona was clueless and pointless, and in those days it was called Sloane Ranger. I don't know if that's your generation or not, but a Sloane Ranger is somebody with a cardigan and pearls.
Right.
And lives in Sloane Square and doesn't do much, but
Right.
they're not horrible. They
No.
just want to be helpful.
Yes. Yes.
They're just helpful, but absolutely
Not.
exactly. And so we were not. My lovely colleague Harriet Thorpe. I mean, Catriona and Fleur never served the plot, as far
No.
as I recall. It was pointless that we were there, but we just turned up and made suggestions that went, yeah, okay. Anyway, and that was it. That was our role. And there
I
are a
know.
lot of people. So they're benign. We're benign people. Now, what would be the tipple? So I don't think she would have had an affectation, even though she was obviously posh from money. I like Movina Verdi, and I like the bottles with the raffia
Yes.
that
Yeah,
made
yeah,
into
yeah.
lamps.
Yes.
I can see her in a Chelsea flat
Oh, I
somewhere
can.
with a lamp made out of the bottle
Looking at some
with the
lovely
raffia.
photos. Yeah.
Look at some lovely photos. And just a helpful person who's got a glass and will sip for the duration.
I think we need this wine as well, to be honest. Someone launch this.
Yes.
Well, look, here's what we're going to do.
hmm
So we're in the early stages of launching this wine,
Yeah.
but we've both got a kind of an idea of what we want it to look like,
Good.
how we want it to taste,
Lovely.
who we want to market it to. So what we've done, we're not really business people, but
Mhm.
we've tried a little business pitch here, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to spend about 2 or 3 minutes each
Good.
pitching you our version of what we think this wine is going to be. And Diane, this is not a competition.
And so the wine doesn't exist. This is in your
no,
mind.
we're just coming up. We're so the whole point of this podcast is to basically document us coming up with this
Okay.
idea.
Great.
But can I just
Go on.
say, because I'm always slightly off from the
Yeah. You're a bit
pitch
offbeat, aren't you,
slightly,
darling?
okay.
Yeah,
Mine is more why wine
yeah.
and why I would be considering this is what I
But
should
this is
do.
all important. Do you
yeah,
know what
but
I mean?
I'm not looking at like the audience or
No, that's fine.
or anything
Well,
like
that's
that.
fine. Look, Helen's going to take it all
So
on
you're
board.
So you're totally immersed in
Why?
what you think the wine ideally should be.
Yeah.
Basically.
And both
And
of
why?
you are going to pitch it.
Well, we're just going to,
Okay,
because we've
great,
not
go.
shared it with
I
each other
feel-
either.
No,
Do you know what
you
I mean?
haven't.
Empowered me. I love it. I am empowered and I'm listening and go.
Okay, so Diana, I'll go first.
Yeah,
Okay, is that all right?
perfect.
Yeah, because you've got a movie, so
Yeah.
I'm going to be,
Yeah.
she's literally got a movie ready to show
Well,
you.
obviously I'm in awe. So.
Yeah. So I'm introducing a wine called To Die For, spelt D-I for our die. To Die For D-I.
Oh.
Yeah.
Glad you
Okay.
kind of in parentheses.
Yeah, well, I've got a picture for
sorted
you
that.
and
No,
everything.
thanks.
Just
Okay.
wait, Helen, it's just going to be amazing.
Okay.
So I've said celebrity drinks are everywhere, but the brands that succeed seem to have more than a famous face attached. They have a story, and our die has a story. And not just any story, a camp origin story. It's giving gay Marvel. So To Die For is a premium sparkling rosé inspired by Diane Carson of the Traitors fame. And I'm just going to show you a little picture just to put something in your memory, okay?
Well, is it clothed or
Oh no,
unclothed?
it's not a picture. It's not a sultry picture
I mean,
of
we
Diane.
segue
It's a
neatly
picture
to
of
some...
it's a fake
Okay.
picture of what I think the wine would look
Oh,
like.
the wine, not her clothing.
Okay.
So can we see that?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit dark. It's got some blood stains on it, but also very Traitors-esque.
Yes.
Called
It is,
To
isn't
Die
it?
For
With the red
with the
wax.
red. So we've got a bit of that.
Like,
DC,
wow.
Diane Carson,
God, you've really gone for this.
Diane Carson sparkling wine brut. Just to give you an idea.
Brute.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. But
Okay.
I'm
No,
open.
because
I'm
that's
open.
your market, isn't it?
Yeah. So here's what. Just 2 seconds.
Interesting.
So here's what
Interesting.
I've written down. So apologies, I'm gonna have to read this.
Mm.
To Die For is a premium sparkling rosé inspired by Diane from the Traitors. Following her unforgettable betrayal and murder on the show, Diane became a cult favourite thanks to her deadpan humour, quick wit, and unapologetic authenticity. And lest we forget, the roaring Ember Bob. So that's why I want to keep some redness in there. Do you know what I mean?
That
you?
isn't genuine. That's all Di.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
okay,
okay
when you
with
said
that.
Bob,
The
not
Bob.
a
The
lover.
hair.
Oh no,
Hair.
no.
Okay, sorry.
Hello, Bob.
So
Shout out
I'd
to
have
Bob.
to change his name anyway if he
Yeah.
was called Bob. We'd have to knock that in the
Got it.
head.
Got it.
The name is
Yeah.
simple, clever, and instantly memorable. To Die For without the E plays on To Die For, obviously. While celebrating Diane herself, it's a brand people instantly understand. The product is a premium sparkling rosé, a nod to the poisoned glass of fizzy rosé that led to Diane's iconic exit on the show. Every element of the bottle tells that story. A matte black finish, gold detailing, and elegant blood red accents that feel luxurious, dramatic, and instantly Instagrammable, okay, for the young'uns. But this isn't just a celebrity wine, it's an occasion brand. Camp is part of its DNA, and mine. Diane has built a passionate LGBTQ plus following, giving us a natural route into gay bars, drag venues, pride events, and cabaret spaces where personality-led brands become part of the experience. We don't want people to ask for a sparkling rosé. We want them to ask for To Die For. I'm thinking launching at Halloween because that gives us a cultural moment to sort of own, while other wines compete on shelf. To Die For owns a season for its launch. I've written a little sort of tagline here that I thought you might
Let's
like.
go.
Moe is for celebrations. Whispering Angel is for summer. To Die For is for Halloween, drag brunches, camp dinner parties, and nights that don't take themselves too seriously. Thank you.
Yay.
Thanks so
Very
much.
good.
That's my vision.
Please tell me you didn't use AI for that.
I didn't. I'm a
Excellent.
writer. I mean, I used a bit of spell check
Yeah,
just
no,
to,
well-
if that's all right. Yeah.
Fascinating. So should I comment on that or listen to
So
Diane
what I'd
next?
say is maybe listen to Diane's next,
Okay.
and then maybe a comment on both of them
Yeah.
all together.
Oh, wow,
Just see
wow,
where you've
wow.
come from. So
You've
Diane,
really thought about this, haven't you?
I did. Do you know what? I wrote it in the bar.
Sleepless nights.
Mine isn't quite like that.
No, well,
No, I mean, no.
could
no,
it
my
be?
no, my
I
pitch
thought-
is sorry. My pitch is not. Sorry, I'm not even pouring this correctly. My pitch isn't quite the same, but
Can't
also,
wait. I
Yeah,
can't
that's
wait.
perfect.
No. But
I just had a moment halfway through reading that where I was like, I'm saying this to Helen Lederer.
I'm fascinated by it, but I think it's gorgeous that you're completely different.
Yeah.
So
I
let's
did.
have
it's so different.
Let's
Right,
have
hold
it.
on. Let me pull up. You fill up
Sorry,
the glasses.
no, I was
I'll-
realizing I was giving it too much head.
So here is your.
Sorry, is
Oh.
that rude?
Did you just say that?
I did.
I can't remember
Keep
what
that in.
He's
giving...
always
I
telling
can't
me.
remember what giving head is.
Well,
Is it a job?
It's a blowjob.
Yeah.
Is it a
It's a
blowjob?
blowjob.
Yes,
yeah.
it is. So
Okay.
I have to ask them, so I make sure that I'm politically correct because I get it all wrong.
Of course.
Hold on.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Oh,
go on.
Di, I can't wait to hear your.
She's got a movie,
But right, listen, Helen,
which
I
I've
am
not seen, by the way.
not very technical, and also I don't
Okay.
think I got the brief.
Okay.
I understood the brief.
But isn't that fun though? Because the two of you are doing something completely
Yeah,
different.
exactly.
So, what's your wine going to be at this stage?
So, Helen,
Yeah.
this is where rosé starts. Always loved alcohol, love wine, mainly from my dad. Great party man. There we are together sharing a glass of wine. And this is us many years ago. Now, I can guarantee you, family party, there has been alcohol involved. Everybody's having fun. There are me and my cousins dancing, and my sister. There's my wee sister there.
Yes.
And auntie and uncle just in the background having fun. That's synonymous with fun. There we are as adults, glasses in hand.
Yeah.
That's my family. Christmas, alcohol involved. Easter picnic. In fact, any picnic, we have a glass in hand. Friends, afternoon tea. It's part of us. A big party in the house, alcohol's involved. Look at the smiles, the laughter, the fun. Even I will have a dance with a drink on me. Festivals,
Yeah.
pink fizz. Swimming pools, pink fizz. Baths, pink fizz. That's what we do. People give me gifts, okay? That's hanging on my tree. Now, this was a gift a friend gave me. It actually looks like a bottle of rosé, but in fact, it's an umbrella.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a little pitch for Instagram because sadly, that's my life and I'm not so keen on Instagram. But anyway, there I am. And this is what fun, silliness, all connected. They're me through the eras, glass in hand. We think we should have our own bottle of fizz because it'll make you smile, okay? There we go. My bottle, pink. The only problem is in Traitors, bad hangover. I always get a hangover. That's my issue. You know when you've been dropped in your head the next day, the world's just going round and round and round. You know those sort of hangovers? They're hell. You've got a stonking headache. Even you can't get up off the ground. It's so bad. You lose the ability to walk. You can't get your makeup on. You can't sort out your hair. You know those days. In fact, you can't even sort out your facial hair. It is so bad. Everything's out of perspective. Everything looks bigger than it should be because you've had too much alcohol. I am a serious runner. Now, I go in for competition runs. Sadly, alcohol affects those. One time, Kelly Holmes asked me to meet for a run. I couldn't make it because I was so hungover. This is what I want to knock on the head. This is natural wine. I've come across natural wines, less sulfites. This is where I'm going. I still want the fun. Ben and I also want to be able to learn how to open a bottle of wine successfully. Okay? We also want to be able to distinguish wines.
And you've been really enjoying your Prosecco. And it's been quite funny because I've been able to tell you've actually been drinking champagne.
And I think you're lying to me. Because after this week's episode...
This is what we want to learn. How we appreciate the qualities, how we can work out. We also want to be able to sniff the notes, the bouquets with elegance. With elegance, refinement. That's what we're going to learn. If Kylie can do it, Ben and I can launch our own wine, which will probably be a rosé, probably sparkling, and it's to do with fun. That is it over, apart from the fact I found this picture. That's the vibe I want for our wine.
Yes.
It's to do with fun. It's all-inclusive, and it reminds me of family times.
Whey! Oh, that was so good.
Wonderful. Very wonderful.
Brilliant.
Thank you, Diane.
Very different.
Yeah, but
Yours
that's
is
brilliant.
all
But
dark
the
and mine's-
joy is the two of you are individuals, and you've come together through your shared passion. I'm glad they're different. No, that was really good that they were different.
Yeah, I think so too.
Special. The family. Okay, question. I love it. So, how would you place the notion of family, which you and I agree with?
Yeah, I
with
know.
friendship. How do you move that into a coveted bottle that you need to sell? So, how do you move the idea of party time into your unique bespoke bottle that everybody wants You've got to. I would say, make out that this, like we're enjoying this one. We do need to know how
No, I
important
totally
your
agree with
bottle
you.
is. But I love the notion of
Yes.
drinking together, but it's almost quite separate at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
I think
a notion.
because of your background and my background in Ireland, there was. I mean, my uncle made poaching. Not that I'm
is that from
suggesting.
potatoes?
That's illegal, yeah, and from potatoes.
Lovely.
It's not that. It's the vibe, I think, rather
Yes.
than the fact that kids are involved, because obviously you have to be very careful.
Sure.
My
Yeah.
kids were not involved, but we had parties and my children were up dancing and playing, not drinking.
So how can we link?
No, I
that
don't.
notion. I
no,
think
I
you
agree
can.
with you.
I
It's
think you
the
can
vibe.
link. You can
It's the
link
vibe.
that because let's say even today we've all enjoyed this,
Yeah.
haven't we? I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So we can make a link. Obviously, for instance, take it the other way around. If you're going party time and then everyone's going, "Oh, this is awful," that wouldn't work. That would be a clash. That would be no. But I think what you need to do is emphasize the quality and the pleasure of the wine
Yeah.
with the social.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just a bringing together of messages, I think.
Yeah, and that's where I think actually your family angle and me talking about like the chosen family and the fans that have come and supported
Yes,
you
but
over. There's
when we used to go to Donegal, right, for example, so my ex-husband sang and we would go to these pubs that basically, there was one in Donegal, I'll not mention, does not exist any longer, but he had 4 kids. They all were there, people from across the world. They didn't necessarily speak English, but they would come and enjoy a drink, enjoy a glass of wine, play musical instruments, and his kids would be up either dancing or singing or playing a musical instrument.
Yeah.
So alcohol was part of
Yeah,
all of
you
that.
couldn't do that like on water, maybe. Would you
No,
think?
No.
Right. So
you
we've
know,
got to
it's-
kind of
it's
connect that up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more about the whole.
But that's the thing, we're taking the notes
and-
from that. We're at the very early stages of
Yeah,
this.
it's
Do you know what I mean?
exciting.
So
Yeah.
to hear that from you helps me, and I think hearing what I had to say helps you. And Helen's been an amazing first guest, I have to say.
But
No, it is.
also,
Yeah.
I mean, I ask you as well. So I actually, the hangover thing isn't funny for me. It is a huge issue.
Yeah, of course.
Huge
of course.
issue.
Goes with it.
And I've been fighting this issue for years. I was determined to overcome it. Interestingly enough, we've just come back from Portugal and we were sitting in a bar and we had a glass of wine, of course. And we were trying, this guy was letting us taste loads of different wines. And I had a glass of wine. I said to my husband, I don't feel fuggy is the word I would use, which is that point you're talking about. I just feel dead chills.
Because it was a natural one.
But I didn't know.
Ah, so
Yeah.
the sale is
And
natural.
then the guy,
Diane's very passionate about natural wines, and I do think it's something to look into.
again, that might be further on down the
agreed,
line.
yeah.
But for
It's
me,
good to put it in the pot. But
100%.
I have gone to restaurants and they go, it's orange wine, and you go, ooh, whoa.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
No, I
today is
know.
lovely because at the moment this is easy. We're enjoying
Yes.
it, and we've all hit that moment
Yes.
together. And I hit it about half an hour ago. So this is good, and that taps
Yeah.
into your sociability and thing. Some of is it biodiversity that I love, which you'll look into, like when you grow the wine and the moon has to be in a certain place, and maybe you put some sheep's bones
They
in a
do.
way.
Apparently some of the
all that.
natural wine
So that's
people do
quite-
that.
So all of that to play for
Yeah.
down the
yeah,
line.
100%.
yeah.
But you got your head screwed on to market it. It's got to be palatable and
Yeah,
easy.
Yes.
Because you're talking about the joy of community and friendship.
Yeah.
So you can't have a difficult wine that might be totally organic.
No, you're totally right.
And this is
then you
why
go,
I need guidance on a business plan, because
Which
I'm
is-
only just talking out of
Hey,
passion.
and that is exactly why we're doing this podcast, because we
Yeah.
put our hands up and goes, we don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
Let's bring in people that know about this stuff,
Well, I
and we can
wouldn't,
have
no.
conversation. Well, darling, you
But
do.
I think that because I'm an ideas person, and I set up 9 years ago, I had an idea. I set up Comedy Women in Print, and I would say that, but beware the idea. So I really support the fact
Yeah.
you've got an idea. Once you have the idea, you have to follow through, and
Yeah.
then it's with you for the rest of your life
Yeah.
because it's your thing, and you can't just hand it over. So beware the idea, but embrace the idea
Yeah.
and really believe in it.
I can get a hangover on 2 glasses of wine.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you?
No. In fact, only last night I was in the Groucho Club where I do a lot of my business.
I've been to Groucho
Yes,
Club.
I do a lot of my
I've had
business.
some good nights
we
there.
will meet there. And that my friend Jeremy plays the piano. He said, "No, you can drink," and it kind of like, "Yeah, you can drink." And the thing is, I think I can drink a lot and not change my personality. I mean,
Same.
I feel slightly tipsy now, and I don't know if I'm sounding
No, you don't.
slightly slow.
My husband says the only difference with me is the volume button.
Oh,
and I
right.
can really, really vouch for that
Yes,
as well.
And these two, you were honestly,
Mr. Babe
Ben
knows
and
as well.
they
so you
came to
become
my
more
house.
impassioned, do you?
Just lighter.
Yeah.
No, I'm exactly the same.
No.
You two didn't even know I was pissed.
Okay.
And I had complete memory losses the next day and could
she
hardly
did.
get
She
out
lost
of bed.
an hour and a half. She told us all
And
these stories.
No idea.
Do you think it's obviously I'm older than you, but do you think it's partly age? I love your responsible drinking, but we're emphasizing the joy and the pleasure of it. So it's something to look at again
Yes.
in your marketing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And because you're known for running and being a strong woman, it's like, yeah, let's look at that. So if you really sold it as light, tasty, not tasty, that sounds like
no,
a curry.
I know what you mean.
But like the flavor,
No, I
Yeah.
think that's important to
a
both of
light
us.
flavor, easy drinking, and that might address this hangover thing that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah.
associate it with fun.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, a wine quite like this. Do you know what
Oh,
I mean? Like,
honestly,
it's
I'm very
It's
happy.
Are you
really
ready to
nice.
find out what this is?
yes,
I wonder if
I'm
it's the one we
I'm
really
agog.
like.
I'm really
I'm
interested.
So
I know.
interested.
Okay,
I
here we
cannot
go.
It's the
tell
one
you.
we really like.
Oh my
Here we
God, I
go.
can
Can we
put
have
my
some sort of
glasses on.
sound effect that's like a drum? Yeah, lovely. Okay, so this is.
The one, no, it's
Oh,
not.
Look at the bottle. That you see, you know,
This is-
like my image.
It's-
Wait, before you even tell me, I'm so excited because when you were talking, I had this vision of the gold. The crisscrossy thing because
did?
of
Oh,
your
yes.
own excitement of life, both of you, and then that glass is textured in that way. Anyway, what is it?
It is. What? It's Prosecco Liquid Diamond. Producer Babe, is this a celebrity wine?
It's nice taste. It's a nice.
It's not a celebrity
it's
wine.
not.
Notes, first of all. What notes did we get in terms of like
You
fruit
got
or anything? What
Rose
did we get?
petal, and I get that.
Rose petal, we said that.
I would have said strawberry
Parma
immediately,
violets,
but
we
then
said that.
I think that kind of slightly piquant, just a piquant. I say that like not spicy. That's too much. The one way. A pleasurable, like rose water, but only a
Yeah, I
touch
agree
of
with
rose
you.
water.
It's
You know
lovely.
when you have the rose water flavoring in
Yeah.
Europe, Mediterranean cooking, like a little bit of rose water in ice cream.
Yeah.
Just enough.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
not like soap. It doesn't go
No,
soapy,
no, I know what you
but
mean.
just before you go to soap.
What do you think this bottle cost?
Okay, I think it's not expensive.
I don't think
I
it
don't
is
think it
either.
is.
I think it's under
Be-
£10.
Because also it's a very bold, hey, which both of you are. It's like, hey, let's do it. Let's do the shape. It's not sophisticated.
No,
It's got a
I
little diamond on
agree,
top, I
yeah.
should point out. That's
It's
quite...
busy. It's a busy bottle. It's
Oh, no, it's
fun.
a teardrop.
It's camp. It's camp.
It is camp. So what, I mean, Helen, figure? What are we thinking?
I'd go either $8.99
Yeah.
or $12.99.
Okay,
I'm going
done.
$9.95.
I'm going to say $12.99, but let's just see.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. This is so crazy. What is it? Please
Okay,
don't tell me
so-
it's £20.
So the notes are cherry, raspberry, and blueberry.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'd have said strawberry.
Feeling very much a failure now.
No.
I didn't think that, yeah.
And
Ugh.
we're all pretty close with Liquid Diamond's price. It's £13.50.
Oh, you
So
said
it's-
Well, you- no, you
$12.99.
were
No, I
close.
said under
Yeah.
10. You,
But you said
$12.99.
$12.99. That's a
You
quid
go.
off.
Well, it was either young, smaller, it's gone to my head now. Younger, meaning smaller or that. Okay, but that is a drinkable,
Yes, it
affordable
is. Yes,
bottle.
it is
Yeah.
affordable.
And when it's cold,
Mm,
Diane,
I know.
when that's cold, that's a beautiful thing
I
to
know.
be
Mm.
drinking outside.
Like, you
I
could
agree
easily
with
bring
you.
that to someone's
Yeah.
garden party.
You
and
could.
you'd be like,
That's it.
there you go.
That's
you know,
our
like,
thought.
yeah.
In this
Yes.
weather, in the garden, you could even shove some ice cubes in there.
Yeah. Oh, I love some ice cubes in wine.
So
I feel like people judge me for that.
I'm
but I
quite
love it.
disappointed
Well,
that
I-
wasn't ice tonight.
I'm
I have
sorry,
to
Tal.
say,
I'm
I
sorry,
think
Helen Lederer.
your idea of launching a rosé at Halloween, because people generally
Oh,
drink
yes.
rosé mostly in the summertime.
Yes,
And I
it
Sure,
is
but
a summer drink. It is a tradition.
Yeah.
And I did think about that, but I thought something a bit different.
No, I know.
Do you know what I
that's
mean?
I'm
Like,
thinking while you
No, I like
yeah?
this
yeah, I think
because
there's-
it's easy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, well, we're happy with this. And do you know
We're
what?
like- we
We're
like
going to
this.
wrap
Right.
the episode up there. So I will say, Helen Lederer, thank you so much for your time.
Yes, thank
you for
you so
inviting
much
me.
for your
Oh, thank
expertise.
you.
It's been an absolute honour to meet you. And since I was a little gay boy, I've adored you. So it's just...
Can I take him home?
Oh, please.
Do you belong to Diane?
No, we'll all go
Can
home
we share
together.
him?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm very generous spirited.
Diane, thank you so much for being here and being a part of this journey. I think we're in for something really exciting. And Helen, if you fancy coming back on or helping us with this journey, we'd love to have you on board.
Definitely.
All right. Darlings, thank you so much for listening to Spill the Fizz. We're having a camp old time and we have some very, very exciting guests in the pipeline. And I can reveal next week's guest is none other, another icon. It's Gail Porter, everyone. Whoa! Gail will be in the studio and she'll be teaching us how to keep our wine integral. We're going to talk about integrity and things.
Okay.
And I think Gail's a great person to talk to about that.
Probably good that you didn't have that on my session. If you go back to, not that I'm bitter, I'm going to do it. Integrity, sex, And now we talked about the job definition.
Yeah, we've got that.
So it's covered.
Yeah, we're fine. Now I am actually going to set. So Helen, we do something called homework every week, which is where we set each other homework for the next week's episode. And next week is going to be all about integrity and making sure that we stay true to ourselves while doing this, and basically not about selling out. We don't want to do that.
No, absolutely not.
Exactly. So we're going to come up with what I'm calling the Spill the Fizz Manifesto.
Oh, wow. 5
things that we absolutely want our wine to do or represent, or just what we're doing together to really mean, okay? So you come up with 5, I'll come up with 5, and we'll pick the best 5 to be part of our manifesto.
Perfect.
And we will stick to that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
all right. Well, of course we
And
will.
you should get your audience to vote.
Well, yeah, maybe, yeah.
Oh, my glass is empty.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
God.
Diane,
She's not coming to our wine.
How wonderful.
What I will say
Thank you, Diane.
is I will end it by saying, cheers. Keep on spilling the fizz, my darlings. Spill it responsibly, though. And just one final thank you to Helen. You've been absolutely glorious.
And I'm so pleased to be at the beginning of your journey.
I know. And I'm just going to put it out there. Friends for life?
Totally friends for life.
Glorious.
No,
all right.
seriously.
Well, let's end on a bloody cheers. All right, lovely.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Diane.
Cheers, darling.